Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the school bus. It's the SU-14-2 or Special Purpose Heavy Triplex, which is the term that was given to it by the Soviets. It's the Tier 8 Soviet SPG and we're located on the south spawn of Glacier under the command of Kandolar. Now Kandolar is from What Uni 4, and so with one mark on the barrel I think we can experience a really good battle. Now the SU-14-2 came in two varieties, one which had the 152mm gun, the other was a 203mm gun, and it looks like both both Kandolar and the Hummel had the same idea going up on top of this hill, and unfortunately the Hummel couldn't climb up that slope. It's too steep, but it's come up behind and Kandolar's setting up. It looks like the Hummel's going to go behind. Okay, well they're both occupying a position and Kandolar's aiming for the ramp to the aircraft carrier, and there's an ELC Evan 90. Over there we can see an OI, but he's slowed down and he's now hugging that rock to avoid getting hit by Arty. He must know that he's been spotted. And there's the LC. And we didn't fire because the LC was probably passed through the aim point before the shell arrived. We're going for the KV-2. Round out. Oh, good hit! Only 260 hit points, but it did do a lot of damage to the KV-2. T-34-85 over on the other side of the map. Now it's a fairly long reload, as you'd normally expect with the 203mm gun, and you only get 16 rounds of ammunition to play with. Now one of these actually exists at the museum, the Russian Tank Museum at Moscow in Kubinka, and that's where this actual Arty fired from during the Second World War, when they were trying to repel the Germans. And there's a Jagdpanther there, and he's putting back. Get a shell in. Round out. Should be good. It is good. 251 hit points from a splash. And that Jagdpanther is now very vulnerable. I think he's a one-shot now. Okay, it's difficult to get a shot over the aircraft carrier into these tanks. The Lerva's hiding behind the rock face, but there's a KV-2 there with him, and that KV-2 hasn't been touched. So I think it's going to try and work a shot to go over the top and into them. If they pull back, loaded. That's it. Just extend it a bit. That looks good. If the Lerva pulls back, round out. Yes! A good hit. 367 hit points to the Lerva, 95 to the KV-2. Right, an AT-15 has turned up at the centre line. And that's quite a slow tank destroyer. It's not really the place you'd expect a tank destroyer to go. And looking over on the east side of the map, we've got a whole bunch of enemy tanks, including a WZ-131 light tank, a 40 TP medium, and an SU-100M1 TD. I think we're going to try and get that WZ-131. We fire around him. He's gone quite a long way away, but still gets 370 hit points out of him. And the 40 TP's gone down. Right, there's the AT-15, and yeah, unfortunately that AMX 1375 is making hard work of trying to kill him. He's going to have to try and escape now. He got 78 hit points of RAM damage there. And the AT-15 is chasing after him. Now, can we get a nice shot on this? The AT-15 stopped. We're loaded and round out. Yes, too late. Oh! 193 hit points of splash. And he manages to finish off the AT-15. The Lerva does. Unfortunately, we did lose the AMX 1375. Now, there's that KV-2. trying to poke around that corner. If he keeps doing that, we can actually get a shot in. Oh, now that shell came from the other Arty on our team, the Hummel. And that might have warned them that there's a problem here with that corner. In fact, the other KV-2's pulled back. There's an ELC 90 behind that, even 90. He can splash that one to death right now and get rid of him out the game. Round out. And he does! Right, that's one less tank for the enemy team. Right, can he put a shot onto that SU-100? He's getting requests for fire support. The crosshairs above the tank. Somebody's asking for fire support. And we're still in the reload, so we can't fire just yet, and we've lost sight of him. That Lerva just got a direct hit. And he's using the Rex for cover. Okay, we're targeting. Dialing in. Fires the round in and gets a kill on the Lerva. That's another gun out the game. There's still one tank behind though. And we're still reloading, so we're not going to be any help to the Lerva for a moment or two. And the Hummel fires in and gets a nice amount. That 45 TP is now one shot. We've indicated the target. And the 45 TP's gone down, but the KV-2 is now attacking the Lerva. So we're going to be firing over the rock. We fire in, and yes! We kill the KV-2 with Splash, and that's the third kill. There are still 6 enemies out there. We're one tank ahead now. Now we can probably Splash kill that Jagdpanther. But we're only halfway through the load sequence. And an OI has turned up in the center. We're switching to the OI. I think if we can get a direct hit, that would be a one shot. I think so. So we're lining him up for a shot. Round out. Good shot. Yes! That's a kill. 211. That is his fourth kill. He's got a fighter badge. Now, the SU-14-2 is actually basically an SU-14-1 with a cover over the top to protect the crew. So it's very similar to the SU-14-1. And it's a pre-Second World War design. In fact, the design was actually designed... Oh, we got a kill on the VK3801! 610 hit points there. I think that was a one-shot kill. It was a design that was actually used during the Winter War against Finland quite successfully to destroy bunkers, concrete bunkers. Right, there's only 3 enemy tanks remaining now. And if Kandolar can get another kill, that will mean there will be a Top Gun. There's the MX-13F3. And T-92's going after them. And he's got the kill. Now, there's one other Arty on the enemy team, a GW Tiger P. And we're looking for where he might be. He might be behind those trees. T-92 hasn't found him yet. We're marking where we think he is. And he is nearby. Round out. This should be a kill. Yes! Oh, what? Not a kill. It was a direct hit. But it didn't kill the target. We collected all the hit points in terms of actual damage. And then obviously the stun assist directly afterwards for 3 hit points. And we've had an offer to platoon with the T-92. And we have. So that's a brothers in arms if we both survive the battle. There is one remaining enemy. And that is an SU-100M1. Now that's a particularly difficult tank destroyer to kill. Mostly because it's all armour up front. Arty is about the only thing that can do a lot of damage to the SU-100. He's somewhere in this area. We know he is because he was last seen in this area and he hasn't had a chance to move out. So he's got to be in the vicinity. There he is. We know where he is. We can fire a round in, and he's already taken some damage. Working out where he's going to go, and round out. This should be it. It is! 405 hit points, and that wins the battle. And between them, they've got 10 kills on their platoon. Very nice. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a first-class tanker for Kandolar in the SU-14-2. Also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 18. Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points for his own vehicle. Brothers in Arms for getting at least 3 kills in a platoon with somebody else who got 3 kills. A Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He got 6 kills in that last shot. And a High Caliber for getting the highest damage in the battle. Let's have a look at team score. There you go. 3,757 hit points. That's the High Caliber. Next highest scorer was the Leather with 2,132. And then you have to look to the enemy team to get the next highest scorer was the 45TB on the enemy team with 2,028. When it came to kills, again, it was Kandolar with 6. Next highest scorer was the T92. He managed 4. And then we have the Leather on the enemy team with 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, again, Kandolar gets the top of the table, 1,054. Then comes the T92 with 1,048, just a short way behind. And then finally the Leather with 1,029. Kandolar fired 12 rounds of the ammunition. He had 3 direct hits, 3 penetration, 10 splash. Damage of 3,757 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 11 of the enemy, killed 6 of them, and did stun assistance of 311 hit points off 7 stuns. On a premium count, earned 47,673 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and this ammo is expensive, he actually had 24,753 credits left over. He received 1,581 XP, had 100% personal reserves bonus running, so he took away 3,162 experience points altogether. And as he said in this battle, he had RNG on his side. Well, he did in this battle because it all seemed to work very, very nicely to enable to get all those kills and to get the Top Gun with his last shot. And nice as well that the T92 platooned at the last moment, so you can pick up Brothers in Arms as well. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.